why the children in my town are brutally killing their parents. They called us the miracle generation. It's a well-known fact that our town has always struggled with having children. Nobody knows exactly why, but fertility problems have always been an issue. It's not like our population is dwindling. People were still born from IVF or shipped into town through government program to create families. My mom moved to the US with her parents when she was 20 years old, abandoning her family and starting a new one. After finding the program, she was paid enough cash to put her into early retirement, and all she had to do was pick one of the several guides to make a family with. I know this sounds very dystopian, and you would be correct in thinking so, but what else were they supposed to do? Children were seemingly not allowed in this town, and when by miracle they somehow allowed to exist, they lasted maybe 3 or 4 days. Mom said I was a miracle baby. It wasn't supposed to happen because women in our town were supposed to be barren. So when an entire class of babies came out of nowhere, that was the name our town named us. Miracles. I was first born, followed by my twin brother a day later, and then my sister a whole year later. I think my mom wanted to stay safe with 2 children before she tried again, and lo and behold, she had Nova. We learned from an early age that we weren't technically supposed to be existing. Scared to be a child, yes. When an adult is prodating a whiteboard and repeating the words shouldn't and impossible, you were bound to get freaked out, though the town was skeptical of us. There were those before us, babies, who were born and given names and identities and already had parents falling in love with their bundle of joy, only for each child to die one day after the other from a mysterious illness no scientist could identify. It became pretty obvious that our town was cursed. Mom told me for the first few days after I was born, she wasn't allowed to hold me in case I randomly exploded in her arms or grew 3 heads. Yes, there is a document evidence that babies have exploded or grown inhuman like limbs before dying. Mom wanted to make sure I was actually real and not some curse illusion. That went for all the babies in town. We were all taken to the hospital and placed inside some sort of quarantine room. They expected us to blow up or die suddenly, but when we didn't, we were given back to our parents. Mom used to regularly put in our birthday cards, "I'm glad you didn't explode," as a joke. She had an odd sense of humor, but I thought it was cute. I have 17 years worth of birthday cards, all saying some ridiculous passage. Happy, insert age here. Birthday, Amara. I'm glad you didn't explode. Anyways, this supposed curse came back to light several days ago when, out of nowhere, Stephen Daniel killed his parents. And I don't mean kill, like he burned the house with them in it or poisoned them with the sleep. I mean kill. According to the town newspaper, my mom is always feverishly reading the bodies were humiliated like an animal had torn them apart. I knew Steph. I've known him since we were little kids, and he lived across the road from me. Steph regularly invited me to come over and watch Power Rangers and would occasionally sing and dance to the intro. Steph loved his mom and dad. I mean, he did as a kid. I would see him playing with his father in the front yard. And when he grew up, yes, he distanced himself from his parents because being cool with your mom and dad is like so lame.